Welcome to Module 6, Section 2 of your California Contractor License Exam Prep course. In this lesson, we'll focus on Title 24, Part 6, which is the California Energy Code, a vital set of rules designed to reduce energy use in buildings. As a B2 remodeling contractor, you'll be expected to follow these requirements on many residential projects, especially when the work involves lighting, windows, HVAC components, insulation, or the building envelope. Whether you're doing a minor renovation or a major interior remodel, understanding how energy code compliance works will help you stay legal, pass inspections, and deliver high-performing results for your clients. Title 24. Part 6 exists to help California meet its ambitious energy conservation and climate goals. It applies to both new construction and certain remodeling projects, depending on the type and scope of work. While it may seem like something only engineers or designers worry about, in reality, these standards affect a wide range of jobs performed by licensed remodeling contractors. For example, if you're replacing lighting fixtures, changing out windows or sliding glass doors, installing attic insulation, or working on parts of the building envelope, you'll likely need to comply with this code. One of the most common energy code triggers in remodeling is lighting. When you remodel a kitchen or bathroom, any new or relocated light fixtures must meet specific high-efficacy lighting standards. That means installing LED fixtures or bulbs that meet minimum performance requirements. Additionally, many spaces, such as bathrooms, laundry rooms, and garages, require vacancy sensors or other types of lighting controls. These are not optional, they are required by Title 24. Even if the project scope is small, if lighting is involved and a permit is pulled, energy compliance must be demonstrated. Another common area affected by Part 6 is window and door replacement. If you remove and replace a window, the new unit must meet energy efficiency performance standards, typically a maximum U factor and solar heat gain coefficient SHGC, which vary by climate zone. These performance specs ensure that the windows help retain indoor heating or cooling and reduce unnecessary energy loss. For example, in most of coastal California, a window must have a U factor of 0.32 or lower. If you install a window that doesn't meet this, you'll likely fail inspection. And yes, inspectors check. The window sticker must be present during inspection. Insulation upgrades are also subject to Title 24 rules. In attic retrofit projects, California requires R38 insulation in most climate zones, and the installation must meet certain standards for coverage and depth. If you're replacing drywall and exposing the wall cavity, you may be required to upgrade the wall insulation to meet current R value requirements, typically R13 to R21, depending on the assembly. Even small areas of exposed envelope might need to be brought up to code if they exceed specific square footage thresholds. You should be familiar with those thresholds or consult your local building department when in doubt. Beyond individual materials, energy compliance often requires documentation. This is where forms and certifications come into play. Depending on the scope of your remodeling project, you may need to complete a compliance form known as a CF1R, which documents how your project meets Title 24 standards. This form is typically prepared by the designer, architect, or energy consultant, but as the contractor, you're responsible for following through. In the field, you may be required to post a CF1R or provide it to the inspector at final inspection. For example, if you're installing recessed lighting fixtures, the form may specify airtight, IC-rated fixtures with LED modules that meet JA8 certification standards. On more complex projects, especially those involving HERS systems or ductwork, HERS verification may be required. HERS stands for Home Energy Rating System. A certified third-party HERS rater may need to inspect or test certain features like duct sealing, airflow, or insulation quality. As a B2 contractor, you can't act as the HERS rater, but you are responsible for ensuring your work meets the requirements and passes verification. If your project scope includes HVAC upgrades, such as installing a bathroom exhaust fan, replacing a kitchen range hood, or modifying return air grills, check whether HERS testing is required and coordinate accordingly. Another key aspect of energy efficiency compliance is air sealing. Title 24 requires contractors to reduce gaps, leaks, and penetrations that allow unwanted airflow between conditioned and unconditioned spaces. This means sealing around recessed lighting, outlet boxes, and wall penetrations during remodels. Even small details, like using caulk or foam sealant at the top plates of walls, can be inspected. If you're remodeling an attic or adding insulation, you may be required to install baffles for ventilation and apply airtight covers to recessed fixtures. Ventilation requirements are also enforced under the Energy Code. Most bathrooms now require mechanical ventilation with fans that meet minimum airflow rates and are Energy Star certified. You'll also need to make sure kitchen range hoods are ducted and meet minimum capture efficiency standards. When replacing fans, always verify that the product is listed as compliant in the California Appliance Efficiency Database or the Energy Commission's recognized product lists. In addition to mandatory measures, there are prescriptive and performance paths for compliance. Most B2 contractors won't be responsible for choosing these paths. That's up to the designer, but you should understand the basics. The prescriptive path means every component must meet minimum standards individually, like windows, insulation, HVAC. The performance path allows for trade-offs using energy modeling software, but the results must meet or exceed the energy efficiency of the prescriptive baseline. Either way, you need to follow the plan and install components that match the energy specifications provided. Title 24. Part 6. Compliance is not optional. Projects that do not meet these requirements can be red tagged, delayed, or denied final inspection. More importantly, failing to comply could open you up to lawsuits, fines, or disciplinary action from the CSLB. Inspectors are trained to verify Energy Code compliance, and many cities in California are stepping up enforcement to meet the state's environmental goals. It's your job to know when Title 24 applies, how to get the necessary documentation, and how to execute compliant installations. In summary, Title 24 Part 6, the California Energy Code, impacts lighting, windows, insulation, air sealing, ventilation, and HVAC-related components in remodeling projects. As a B2 contractor, you are expected to work in accordance with these energy efficiency standards, coordinate with HERS raters or energy consultants when necessary, and ensure that all materials and installations meet current code. Your knowledge of this code not only helps you pass your CSLB exam, it allows you to manage your projects confidently, deliver quality work, and maintain compliance with state law.